Hello, my lovely guys. Welcome back again in speaking session. In today's lecture, we will talk about written communication. In last lecture, we discussed about oral communication. You know that oral and written communication both are types of communication. In last lecture, we discussed about oral communication, but today we will talk about written communication. You know that these kinds different from each other. Oral communication means when you didn't use words, but in written communication you have to use of words, then you can say that it is written communication. So let's start. What is written communication? Written communication means when you write something on paper, on board, on computer, then you can say that it is written communication. Means through written, when you use communication, then it is written communication. Written communication can be included reports, memos, manuals, and circulars. So there will be different kinds in written communication. You know that these days most of the people, they are the part of office, they try to use written communication in the offices and in business concern. So let's start its merits. What are the merits of written communication? Why we use written communication in our daily routine method? So let's start merits of communication. Merits of written communication. First one is it is precise and accurate. It is precise and accurate. It means that it can be in one line, it can be in two lines, it can be in one page, it can be in multiple pages. So it is a written communication. It is precise and accurate. Means if you commit any mistakes when you are writing any kind of report, when you are trying to deliver your message, when you are writing email, then you can correct it, you can review it, and you can redo it, undo it through your process. Because sometime when you are writing, maybe you commit mistakes in the shape of grammar or sentence structure. So it is useful and it is very helpful because you can correct it again, you can review it, and you can send someone, anybody can review it without any problem. So its first merits is it is accurate and precise. Precise means it can be short, it can be long, and you can write accurate because you have a lot of time when you are trying to convey your message through written communication. And second one is it is permanent record. Means that you have a permanent record, you can't waste your time. Like if you mail someone, another body didn't feedback to you, then it is your record, and you can complain him, you can say him, I sent you earlier but you didn't check it. You can set anybody according to your written communication because it is permanent record. It can be in your diary, it can be in your computer, it can be in your book, it can be in your office file. So it can be permanent record and you have to keep it all the time. So it is very useful and it is very obligatory because it is permanent record. You can check anytime, any phase of your life, any part of your life, because it is very easy. So be referred repeatedly means you can repeat it, you can again check it, you can review it, because maybe means that you have to send someone else instead of to concerned person, then you can correct it, you can repeat it. Maybe you write something wrong according to supervisor instruction, according to your senior instruction, but they will read it, they will check it, you can review it again. So you should keep in mind when you are trying to write something, then it is very easy way, it is very easy tool, it is very easy mode. Through this you can review your communication. So it is an also merit of the written communication. Can be sent to number of places. You can take example of email in your office, like you can CC it, you can BCC, means you can send your one mail to multiple persons at a time. You can send your message in WhatsApp in through different ways. You can use different tools when you are trying to convey your message. For example, these days multimedia period, it is a multi technology period. Then what you can do in WhatsApp, you can send one mail to multiple person, you can send your one text to multiple person in the shape of groups. So it is very easy, it is very useful, and it is very easy as compared to oral communication. In oral communication you have a shortage of time, but in written communication you have a lot of time. You can correct it, you can send again and again, you can resend it multiple times. So it is very easy and accurate as compared to oral communication. And last one is fixing the responsibilities. It means that when you assign any task to anybody, then it becomes responsibility of that person. Like you have to give a task to someone, you have to do this. Then what other person will do, he will kept it in a record shape. Then he or she can't blame on anybody. You didn't send me, you didn't convey your message. So they have no any kind of excuse. They can easily realize the importance of written communication. If you will send through written, you have a written record, you have a written material, and you can show them. If anybody reveals that, disclose that you didn't send me, you have no such kind of responsibility, then you can show them and they can easily judge your responsibility, and they can easily realize the importance of written communication. So it is the last one, because it fixes the responsibility to someone. When you take an example from office, from class, from your presentation point of anything, you are the part of your written communication. So it is very useful. Now we discuss about demerits of communication. Along with merits, they have a demerits also in our written communication. So let's start. What are the demerits of written communication? So first one is, it is time consuming. First demerits of written communication, it is time consuming. It needs a lot of time. You have to spend a lot of time when you are trying to convey your message. Like if you are trying to send your message, maybe other person have a no proper internet, other person have a no Wi-Fi, other person have a busy, so they didn't check your assignment, your email, and it can be delay in your feedback. So maybe they will busy in some activities and needed urgent feedback. Then what you have to do, then you should use oral communication, because as compared to oral communication, written communication is time consuming. You should keep in mind. And second one can be it can be expensive. How it can be expensive? Like you need a papers, you need a internet. For this purpose you have to pay it, you have to proper internet, you need a proper device for internet, you have a package for this. It can be costly, it can be expensive, so you should avoid as compared to oral communication. Because if you have to convey your message to someone in written form, then you have to write all the things. After this you can convey your message. So for the sake of saving your expenses, saving your time, you should use oral communication instead of written communication. It is very useful when we talk about expensive point of view. And last demerit of written communication is feedback is slow. Like earlier I am talking about, maybe your feedback late, delayed due to some errors, due to some misunderstanding, it can be happen in written communication. So for the sake of avoiding from yourself in time consuming, delaying, then you should use oral communication instead of a written communication, because it can be slow, it can be slow feedback, it can be expensive, it can be time consuming. So for the sake of, for the avoiding of these kinds of things, you should use oral communication as compared to communication, because both are very important for your communication. But according to me, you should use both of them, but according to situation. You should check your situation, you should see your situation, you should imagine about your situation. After this, you use that kind of communication in your life, because both are very important for your conversation, for your speaking, for your speech, for your delivering message, for your presentation. But you should keep in mind, you should use according to situation. If you will use according to situation, then it can be helpful for you, it can be useful, it can be utilized in your daily conversation, as well as in your office, in your student's life, in your current scenario in which you are struggling for this. So at the end, sum up all the discussion, both communications have a different perspective, different phenomena, different strategies, techniques. So you should use according to your situation, according to your scenario, according to your place.